This is the color we are going to play around with today. The color is amazing and it's called Perylene Green Deep. Now this brand, it's Szmal Aquarius. Pretty sure it's not this is the way in which you pronounce it, but I have no idea how to pronounce it. But it's a beautiful color that actually I went to a art store and the owner suggests me this color, and they only have the full pan for this one. But I'm pretty happy because this color, definitely my vibe. And with autumn approaching, it's definitely a good color. Yeah, definitely like this. The plan for today is to make some figure people walking around the city in a very rainy day. To start, I will use this brush. That surprisingly, this is a brush from Tiger. So I'm impressed by this because it's part of a set of brushes that I was like, okay, I will take them just because it's fun to have some brush and test new things. Like I have other brushes that are way more expensive and are like better quality. They can handle more water. But this one, it surprised me because, again, it's Tiger. Like, Tiger is a super cheap brand. I think the whole set was something like 3-4 euros, around $5. It's like, wow. But yeah, let's start. So, my teeny tiny palette, but I'm playing with one color a day, so it's not a problem if there is only a teeny tiny palette, because there is only one color, so it's fine. And let's start with the torso. So I want to make a figure here, maybe one here. I can move this around a little bit so there is more space. Okay, one here, and yeah. And all of them will be very sad because it's raining so badly and they are outside. Rain, beautiful. But when it's not outside, it's better. So yeah, let's start with this. Yeah. So to get the proportion a little bit right, I'll start with the torso. Okay. And then maybe, oh, my brush is too wet. And then maybe this person will have an elbow here. And let's go down and the jacket and then just leg. That's it. And then we need to add the umbrella. Under my umbrella, Ella. Oh my God, how old is that song? I feel super old. Let's go very, very loose. I love when the color blend together. It's super beautiful. Now I want a little bit of light coming from the top, so I will just take off some of the color from here. You know, just to give a little bit of dimension here and there. Beautiful. Now, this person is, of course, walking on a very, very wet pavement, sidewalk. I don't know that in English. In Italian, it's pavimento. No, pavimento is another thing. Wait, what is in Italian? Marciapiede. And then toop and toop. Now, I want this to spread, so let's do like this. Nice. And then this person needs some food. Nice. Who's this person? We don't know. Somebody. What's her story, or his story, or their story? We don't know either. Why are you asking? Don't be a fool. Mind your own business. For heart's sake. Okay. Now, second person. Now, my second person. Here. It's on some torso, and then this is the body, and then maybe they have a arm here. It's carrying something, and then there is this very long jacket because it's raining outside. What are you doing? Wear your own jacket. And then an elbow here. And then we had to add a bunch of legs. Very handy to own legs, you know, super handy. And then nice umbrella, because it's raining, man. Hallelujah. Okay, I will stop. I'm basically a human jukebox. But come on, music is beautiful. And this person is carrying something. A bomb, probably. No, why a bomb? This weather is messing with me. Let's add some water here. Now, if you're doing with me, please don't be fool like me and use some proper watercolor paper and not make your life miserable with some paper that is not meant to be for watercolor, like mine. That it's definitely meant to be for sketch, but not for watercolor, because I'm a genius. But yeah, I started with these and I was like, you know what? I will just keep going and whatever. At some point, if I get tired of this paper, I will just buy another sketchbook. But I really love the shape of this one because it's super tiny. You know, a little bit annoying to have to play around with watercolor with a paper that is not meant to be watercolor. Like, basically, it's the whole watercolor world that is saying to you, what are you doing? This is not watercolor material. And you can see it's not watercolor material because the watercolor needs to go down into the paper. And it needs to be a little bit of texture, or at least it's more beautiful when there is a little bit of texture, you know. But in this way, I don't have any texture. So let me show you. This is watercolor paper. There is a lot of texture, right? This is 100% cotton paper from Arcus. Beautiful paper. Now, if I take my brush and I do a stroke like this, can you see? Beautiful, right? But if I do the same thing here, oh, weirdly enough, it happened. Well, usually it doesn't. It's more like this. Usually it's more like this, see? It's like, what are you doing? I need to have a very super duper, dry brush to obtain the same effect that in this paper is basically effortless. You just go there and like chip and it's done. Even if the now I have a lot of water in my brush and the stroke that you will have, it's still so beautiful, right? Not the same with this paper. But it's on me. I shouldn't use like this poor sketchbook from Sakura for this purpose. It doesn't make sense, but I started with it and I was like, yeah, whatever. And please leave a comment, subscribe. Super helpful to the channel and to the whole adventure of, well, play around with watercolors live. So let's add another one here. Now this one will have a scarf like this, and then arm, leg, feet, umbrella. I don't have a third song for an umbrella. Nice, third feature. Now, let's add a little bit more like water every now and then, like here, for example. It's a very bad day, and then some splash. Because it's dirty and it's rainy and it's terrible and everybody hates it. I think we could call it a day with this. It's kind of a blobby mess. I feel it's a lot of mess. I'm not convinced. You know what? We can do another page. Like, why not? We can actually do this page. So wait, let's first analyze why I don't like this one. So it's a big mess, okay? It's a lot of blobs everywhere. Like here there was too much water and I have this texture, but the thing is the texture is too distracting, so you don't realize this is actually a person. Then There is this umbrella here that it doesn't have enough like shape of an umbrella, right? It should be more umbrella-ish, you know? And I can add it on top, but the issue is that if I keep adding details to everything, I'm pretty sure at some point there will be just too much detail and I still won't like it at all. And the fact that this paper is taking, like whenever I do a stroke in here, the paper is just, the pigment is not into the paper, it's basically on top of it. While when you're using watercolor paper, then if I move things around, they're going to, like, let me show you. Like if I add here, there is this stroke. See here, I have moved things around and the stroke that was before, the texture that was before, basically went away. Because this paper surface is so smooth and the pigment can't penetrate into the paper. Now, if I do the same thing here and then do another stroke, they will basically lie upon each other and they keep the shape. And this is beautiful, right? But here, you can obtain the same thing. Even if I go very dry, like this is super dry, okay? Now I can have a kind of a shape, but it's hard to control. It's very hard to control. The result is just they have a very ugly blob. And this is not nice. Like, I don't want this. So I think it would be nice to just try again. And if the next page won't work well, we will call it a day. We tried, we failed. That's how we learn, right? So let's move to the other side. I want somebody to be here, a teeny tiny human. This is the torso. And then this is the body with a long jacket, right? And then this person is holding the umbrella, and of course it has another hand. Now, they're also, I'm pretty sure they need some leg. Again, it's very handy to have some leg. And also it's very handy to have some foot. Now, let's add a splash of water and a little bit like this. So I give the effect of reflection. Let's add some pigment here and here. Maybe the little thing on top of the umbrella. I have no idea how is it that called. Way better than before. Now here, I want another person. So let's go back to the torso. And then this person might have a long jacket. And legs. They have an umbrella. It's so frustrating that the color sits on top of the paper. But you know, it's also a challenge. Like, as I know that it is doing this way, it's interesting to try new things because that's the way you learn stuff, right? It's like a little bit of learning from others and a little bit of just try things around, making mistakes and test new things. And this is it. Rainy day, rainy figure. Now, come on, people. Autumn is nice, okay? It's nice. So, yeah. Have a lovely day. Leave a comment, subscribe, leave a like, and see you for the next page.